Appreciate you, Coach. Well, later tonight in November, snowfall is forecasted to hit the Twin Cities, but right now, calm outside, and, of course, a calm day inside U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. The scene a short time ago, this crowd decked out in purple, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football, folks, as the Vikings get set to do battle with the Denver Broncos.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Hamilton. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. Hamilton, the 4th-round pick, had a very productive career at Penn State where he was teammates with Saquon Barkley. And the tandem of he and Cortland Sutton brings some solid youth to that Bronco receivers room. And now the 24-year-old Hamilton hoping to build on what was a 30-catch campaign from a season ago as a rookie. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 46-yard line.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Locked to throw on 2nd down. That'll be caught right side by Hamilton. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Here we go. 15 line. 15 line. Come on, come get some.
Now Locke, he lost the football. It's out.
Plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple. Better ball security, but not much else to show for it.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
He's got his tight end fan, and he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, a 22. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Locke. He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again. Locke going to bring the offense up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Deshaun Hamilton with touchdown number 7 on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. McManus's point after is good, and it's now a 7-0 game. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Working out of the gun, Cousins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sheldon Rankins abruptly ends that play with a sack.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Here's Dalvin Cook, 3rd year back from Florida State. And this Bronco defense really selling out to stop the run, and it pays off. They get him behind the line twice in a row. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Cousins looking for his tight end Rudolph, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 21, and they will set up shop with outstanding field position in the red zone at the 17-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school, he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
They'll run. It's Lindsey. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 4 yards the pickup, first down. To throw it is Locke. It is intercepted at the goal line. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Maybe he telegraphed it a little bit right there. You've got a cornerback knowing that he's going against a rookie quarterback. He stepped in and picked it.
You think he had a great week of preparation, looking forward to this opportunity? And the second part of that is, when you're a young quarterback, you are going to stare down targets, but oftentimes your playbook hasn't expanded to give you full field reads as well. It makes it a little bit tougher for him.
A gain of 3, second down. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Cousins now. And complete, right side, the tight end Rudolph. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football and now zapped right back in the other direction. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Everson Griffin in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a second down coming up. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Faking the give to Lindsey. Here's Locke. Airing it out for Hamilton. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Give him 32 on the play.
Here we go, here we go. 50, plant. Chopper, chopper.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
218, chop.
On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 13. On 3rd and long, it's Locke. Buying time to his left. Now Locke, he lost the football. It's held. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And this is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
It's 2nd and inches at the 30-yard line.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Running for the first time with a fullback, C.J. Ham. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there, first down.
I know a lot of times we like to put players in certain boxes. He does this and he does that. But this guy, he can do a little bit of everything. He's not just a lead blocker or a guy who protects the passer. Handing the ball, he might want to get out of the way.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Zadarius Smith make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw. A free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Zadarius Smith in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Black.
4-7's the mic. 4-7's the mic. Crunch time, defense.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
Instead, they go empty backfield as they'll look to throw. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Charles, not to point fingers, but how much of this goes on the shoulders of the offensive line? Well, look at the 6 sacks last week. That's the 4th in this game.
Definitely the bulk of it does go on the offensive line. That's what they're tasked with doing, keeping their quarterback upright and clean in the pocket. But I think they have to look at, okay, are we bringing in extra people? Is the ball out of the quarterback's hands quick enough? There are a few other factors they have to look at to try and help out. But you're exactly right. It starts with the O-line.
At the 29-yard line.
Let's go. 8, read. I got you. Let's go.
They'll run on first down. It's Lindsey. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Anthony Barr in on the tackle. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Cortland Sutton was the man he was looking for, and it's third down. Just his second incompletion so far. He's 8 for 10. I think he'll take 80%.
There's no doubt that he will, but if you're the defensive play caller, you better circle what you just dialed up on your play sheet and come back to it because you just caused an incompletion. You need a few more of those.
General West.
Throwing his lock on third down. Got a man. He finds Sanders. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Here's first and goal, and gosh, points here. A chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. Now a carry for Lindsey, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry there at second and goal.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, look at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
Yeah, they went with the elusive, slippery guy. Couldn't get in there, though. Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. The Broncos on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. They're looking at a third and goal here. Throwing now is Locke. Completes it to Fant on the right side. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Noah Fant, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front. Extra point from McManus is good. And it's now 21-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
At the 39-yard line.
Yellow, yellow, yellow. 47 to mark.
Cousins now to throw on first down. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. It's Nick Perry with a pick.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with.
Switch, switch, switch.
After the turnover, here's Locke. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. On third down, here's Lindsey. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third.
Anthony Barr got a real education at UCLA in playing not just his normal position of stand-up outside linebacker, but down defensive end. So he had to incorporate a variety of moves, take on bigger people. So he learned great leverage while he was there. That really helps him when he's trying to stop people running the ball.
Born in South Bend, Indiana. Thought about going back to go to Notre Dame, but you're right. Great career at UCLA and now a great career in the NFL. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
It'll be a loss of 7 on the play. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he's going to lose yardage. Not that it matters as the final seconds tick away. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the 1st down. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Good route here. Hey, Echo. Check my 47.
Cousins now from the 50. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. 2 choke plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
47 Mike, 47 Mike, Mike 47. Here we go, D. All day, defense, all day, all day.
Again, it's Cousins. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Check, 47. I got it. Hey, check, Mike.
They'll throw again. Cousins. Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. And fortunately for him, he's able to get it back, but it will be a loss on the play.
Well, that was a big oops right there. But how about his ability to correct it? Loses the football, able to get it back himself.
Yeah, pounced right back on it, keeps possession. And this one is right down the middle. And they get a little bit closer here as the lead's down to 3 touchdowns. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
That's it, baby. We got what?
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it? Touchdowns.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all those big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
Lock now, 13 out of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a 1st down. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Anthony Barr comes rumbling in for the sack. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Now Locke throwing on 2nd down. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down. Locke. And he finds Hamilton. That's complete. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 32-yard line.
A gain of 16 yards.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know.
Now Locke, he lost the football. It's out. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a...
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Now McManus to tack on the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Makes the score Broncos 31.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
You think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Here we go. Let's bring it.
Throwing his Cousins. Throw left side on target to Thielen. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 41-yard line.
to win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
Cousins now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Cousins gives way to Cook. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And all the way down to the 25-yard line. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Now a play fake here on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing, Cousins. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Looking for the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, they really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions. Because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off right now. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Well, we talked about Philip Lindsay so much last year, but it bears repeating. Undrafted in 2018. The Broncos would sign him in May, and that was a good decision. He would have a 1,000-yard season, 9 touchdowns en route to a Pro Bowl appearance. So from undrafted to playing in the Pro Bowl in 10 months, that's pretty clean living for Philip Lindsay. Pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes this forward for about 6. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Hey, Alpha!
Block off of play action. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Everson Griffin, what a season he continues to have, his 15th sack of the campaign.
Go now, 8 read.
On 3rd down, block. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Linval Joseph picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. The Broncos send out their punter now. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Taking it about the 16. And now it looks like he's in some discomfort after being tackled at the end of that return. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time able to get 3. That's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got it. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Let's see what you got. 300.
To try again after the sack. Cousins lets it fly for Thielen. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Mike, 53. 53, Mike.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
On first down, Lindsey. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Lock to throw on second down. They'll find Lindsey here. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. It's a gain of 7, and they're going to have a third down. From the gun on third down, Lock. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Daniil Hunter in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are.
And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing on second and long. Cousins, and he's taken down. Back at his own 7. The sack there by J.J. Watt. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here third and long. Third and long for Cousins. He'll find Thielen working the middle. A heck of a play there on third down, but amazingly, they're still short for fourth. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man...
And the Broncos get there and take him down. The lightning rod, J.J. Watt with a sack. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
15 line. 15 line.
Watch the safety creep.
They'll run on first down. It's Lindsey. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop the jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. 12 yards is the pickup there. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. So this one will wind up a Denver victory. And I think the game balls need to be distributed on the defensive side of the football, and I bet that you would agree.
Yeah, if you hold a team under 10 points, that's a job well done. Really well done. So I would say game balls for every starter and every key player who participated in this game.
Now, see, I only like one game ball. You're handing out multiple. Although I set you up by saying game balls plural, but I like where we're going with this. Though you say one to represent like the best player of all of that.